Beto O'Rourke. I say that just because I love making fun of the name. His name is Robert Francis O'Rourke. Francis O'Rourke. I call him Betsoff O'Rourke because last week he jumped out of the presidential race, long overdue. You know, you've seen the memes. We were talking about it, about how, you know, I've just been marked, my AR-15's been marked safe from Beto O'Rourke's presidential campaign. Because he said, we're coming for your ARs, we're coming for your AKs. Law-abiding citizens will turn in their guns, these weapons of mass destruction, these military-grade rifles. They're going to turn them in. Well, what about criminals? I just believe the American people will do the right thing.
He was going to create millions of criminals overnight if he would have, do that.
Right. And that's one of the barbs on the arrow right there, because here was a guy who was willing to throw caution to the wind for the very safety of your and your children's life in order to gain a seat of power. Now, that's dangerous right there. Anytime someone talks about taking away your ability to defend yourself, you're in danger. You're in danger. I go back to this thing. I'm just consumed right now with Thomas Jefferson right now. I've been going back and reading the Founding Fathers, and I am consumed with I don't agree with everything Jefferson did. I don't agree with, Jefferson was a student of the Enlightenment versus James Madison, who was a student of the seminary and was a faith-based guy who was he went to Princeton and took Hebrew and was a student of the Old Testament, versus Thomas Jefferson, who was a product of the Enlightenment. There is no ethical principles that were gained in the Enlightenment that still influence people today versus faith-based things that are thousands of years old. So I pull back on because you got to put God in the equation. You got to put faith in the equation. Without it, America really does fall apart. It gets really carnal really, really fast. And what I'm saying is, if you're ill-informed about what people on the television are saying to you, whether it's the media or these candidates running for president, you're in trouble. You really are in trouble. If the only information you're getting is what's coming from the television set or the online news cycles, you're in trouble. You've got to dig in, get it back into some critical thought and complex thinking. And Beto O'Rourke standing on top of tables and diners all across the country, swinging his arms and telling you all the things he was going to do to you and for you. I don't want the government to do anything to me. I don't want the government to do anything for me, right? The government exists to serve the people.